So this painting is called The Backstory. I painted it in 2019 for another show. And the reason why I did this particular painting is because it was inspired by a slave named Gordon. Gordon is a slave that there's a photograph that was done late 1800s of this particular slave where on the back you see all of the scars from the whip. And I wanted to put attention to the back and then put clown garment on them, on this person, is because of telling the story of how we as people carry a lot of stuff on our back, dealing with a lot of trying to solve all the problems, and sometimes we can't. And the world makes fun of us, you know, from the mistakes that we do, saying that we're not perfect. And typically, like we living in America, that's the reason why I put the stars from the flag at the hat. The crown represents reminding that person that they always are in charge of their own life. It holds weight. They're royalty. They're a king. They're a queen. And I always want to like remind people of that. It kind of looked like a little bit of the stained glass. They called me the stained glass artist at one point in time. uh, and I was doing a lot of my painting back in like 2017. And so I still do it. I kind of get tired of it sometimes because I want to like grow more as an artist. Um, but people tend to like that style, and I love working with colors, mixing colors, and separating them with shapes. Just kind of like solving a puzzle. This painting is called Known and Unknown. It was painted in 2017 for a show that I did in Oakland called The Dance. The show was about sex trafficking, trying to bring awareness to the issue in Oakland. And all the paintings had ballerinas in it, dancers, um, girl ballerinas. And in this one, it represents a little ballerina that's been mummified and kind of like buried in this coffin with all of these ballerina shoes. And she has the point from being a ballerina, and I wanted to make sure that that was shown as well as the crown as well, representing that she's a queen. This particular painting is called King Martin. I painted this painting back in 2017 for a show called The Cursed Crown We Detest. The show was basically focused on three events in our American history, which was Jim Crow, slavery, and police brutality. Um, Around that time, I was kind of frustrated, scared, because what was happening is we were seeing a lot of killings of black men and black boys from police, and this was inspired by Trayvon Martin. It shows the hoodie with the purple representing royalty. That's why the crown is on top of the hood. And what I wanted to do was cover the eyes with bandages and put a muzzle over the mouth because Trayvon Martin never had the opportunity to tell his story. So we really don't know what happened. So it means a lot to me. And for some odd reason, it's still with me. And I think that there's a reason for that. And it's probably just to remind me, as well as others, that, hey, we need to continue to work on the issues such as how we treat people, how we love people, and how we respect each other as well. This piece is called You Didn't Ask for My Permission. I painted this in 2017 for a show called The Dance that dealt with sex trafficking. For the most part, all of the paintings had ballerinas in there in the painting, And all the ballerinas, for the most part, had soul signs attached to them. Um, and this is basically a guy raping a woman. Um, didn't ask for consent. And I wanted to show this in a way that was kind of like disturbing. And okay, thinking about, okay, why did she have the soul sign on there? I didn't want to make it so obvious. You kind of had to figure it out. Um, but she had bandages over her eyes because oftentimes when I did my research for this show, I was talking to people who were victims of sex trafficking. They don't know who the person is, and they're just used as like you know profit, just to fulfill other people's needs and stuff like that. Um, so yeah.